Okay, boys and girls, this video is how to draw pretty much any animal. I'm going to draw a lot of animals and I'm going to draw them fast. Take a blank sheet of paper, fold it in half, hot dog style, 2 times, please. I'm trying to get halfway decent fold here. Okay, also making sure that I'm in the camera. Okay, good. So hot dog style twice, open it up, and then you're going to do hamburger twice, okay? Let's see here. There we go. Once. I guess this kind of turns into a hot dog fold. All right, so what we're trying to do is create 16 different boxes on this one paper here. I am going to be drawing all of these animals. Some of them are easier than others. Some of them that you think might be easy are not so much. So, all right. The first one I'm going to start with is the fish. So in order to start drawing your fish, what you're going to do is you're going to start with a really, you know what, let me put this one in here so you guys can see this one. Whoops, okay. So I'm going to put the fish right next to this box where I'm going to be working in. By the way, these boxes are just to give you different spaces to work with all these animals, okay? All right, so to start the fish, I'm going to start with an oval for the body. Then I'm going to add on kind of like a triangular snout that comes down and forward. Actually, let's call that a trapezoid, an eye bump. Then you can start adding fins. This back fin has kind of like a thin area before it sort of fans out into this shape. And then there's a couple more fan-like fins kind of coming out of the sides. A little fan-like fin right here. You could add in an eyeball right here. I like to give the fish like a large pupil in here, but leave part of that pupil white because I think there's like a glare on his eye or something at the front there. And then just maybe like a round up his mouth just a little bit, give him like a little curve here, a little tiny fish mouth, and he's good. Sorry, I realize that's kind of light now. I guess you guys can still see it. Okay. So there would be his outlines. All right, the frog. The frog is actually really difficult. That's this one here. I'm going to show you how to start building on the frog using mainly ovals. All of these animals, by the way, are going to be drawn using mainly ovals. So first thing I'm going to do for the frog is I'm going to draw his body with an oval. And then his head with an oval. Like slightly higher, overlapping a little bit the 2 ovals. Let's go ahead and inform his... okay, I'm going to do the head, then I'm going to do the legs. He's got kind of like a trapezoid-shaped snout, again, that comes forward. Kind of conjoins right down into the belly. Kind of like that. And then he's got another eye bump, kind of similar to the fish, honestly. So a big eye bump, trapezoid snout. So far things are similar anyway. And then we're going to slope down into the back and then give him, he has like a bone that kind of bumps up here in the back. All right, now the legs. So now that you have the shape of the body, we're going to draw in the legs. His front leg goes back and then forward. And then the back leg also goes back and then forward, kind of up and then down. I think there's another part of the leg sort of overlapped, but all we see is the back and then down. I'm going to draw ovals over both of these areas. And foot coming forward. Toes at the end of the foot. Okay, give him a very large eye right in here. Circle, maybe a little bit of an eyelid overlap there. And a little bit of an eye bump here so you can see that eye bump up. Okay, that's everything for the frog. Next thing we're going to do is the dog. Let me make sure you guys can see what I'm working on here. There's the Dalmatian. You see that guy? So for the Dalmatian, he's going to have a bean-shaped body. The hips are smaller than the chest area, kind of like that. Let's see, I'm going to go up and draw the head, then we'll do the legs. The neck kind of goes straight up here and then on an angle. Circle for the head. A dog or wolf snout will be very kind of like geometric, very sharp on the corners. This dog is actually kind of looking up, although I didn't really draw it that way. Here's this little triangular ear kind of hanging down. We have the front legs go pretty well straight down under the neck area, straight down here. The back legs do, they call these animals haunches on the back legs because they go back first, then forward, a different way than our legs go. obviously. I'm going to draw ovals for paws. Then I'm going to draw ovals over these areas, long, skinny. This top one's kind of shaped like a bean, and then a long, skinny oval at the bottom. Making sure to overlap those ovals, okay? On the front leg, you would then see a little bit of the front leg, or the other front leg, kind of go down right there. And then a little bit of this leg kind of go in and down right there. Okay, and then the Dalmatian tail kind of goes down and out like this. I'm just going to make it a little bit wider. And that dog's pretty much good. You could draw in like a little bit of an eye right here. Darken in the nose, perhaps. Okay, now the cow. I'm going to actually reverse these. I'm going to put this paper on top of that one. For the cow, his body is very square. So I'm going to draw in, or rectangular, I should say, a rounded rectangle for the body. Most animals I start with ovals, but this one, his body is very boxy. I'm actually going to let's do an oval for the head, and then we'll just add bumps on. Sometimes I do like kind of like a rounded rectangle for the head as well. So this one looks very much like a human head to start. We're going to do the neck connecting here and back here. And then he's going to have kind of a rectangular snout that comes down and out, maybe more like a trapezoid. He has an eye bump in here and like kind of a tuft of hair on the top of his head. And then a very large ear. I feel like a lot of people make the cow ears very small, but when you see them in person, their ears are very prominent. I'm going to drop down the bottom neck a little bit more, like so. Okay. Now we can add on some legs for our cow. You know, to be honest, I think I made that snout just a little bit long. I was looking at his face thinking something looks weird. There we go. That's better. Okay. I'm going to draw a straight line down for the leg. The hoof comes forward, just like paws do. They kind of move forward on the leg a little bit. There's a little bit of a bump at the back, and then we can draw an oval. The next front leg's going to look very similar, kind of coming down with an oval. Hoof comes forward. The back leg, again, is like haunches, where they kind of curve back, then go diagonally down. Hoof moves forward again. Bump at the back. Oval. Bean shape, kind of like the dog, maybe just a little bit bigger. We only see the lower part of the other leg here. Hoof, bump at the back. All right, and then the cow tail is kind of straight here, and then it looks like a paintbrush at the bottom, kind of like a tuft of hair. So there's the cow. Again, for animal eyes, I usually just draw a part of a circle with an eyelid overlapping. For dog and cow, it's kind of like just like that, okay? Similar to what I did on the frog, the only one without an eyelid is the fish. Their eyes open so wide you maybe just don't see that top eyelid. Okay, now we're going to go in and do the hawk. So let me make sure you guys can see the hawk. Yeah, so here's the hawk. I'm going to be drawing in this one. Oh, look at that. I wasn't recording at all. Great. Oh, no, I was. Oh, phew. Okay, thank you. All right, that video is 8 minutes, so I think I'm going to stop there with fish, frog, dog, and cow, and I'm going to start another one.